Good Wednesday night. Our first winter storm of the season will happen tomorrow on November 15th. It's cold out there. You walk outside this evening and it feels like December, not like November. I know it gets me going, but most people are probably pretty upset about that. But I'm not normal. So that's just the way it goes. But in any event, there's a few points I want to make tonight. Number one, there's a lot of snowfall forecasts out there, especially from northern New Jersey, southern New England, that are showing I've seen 5 to 8 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches. Not going to happen. Okay. What's going to happen tomorrow? It's going to be a winter event, but any snow that falls, especially in my pink zone and say the center of the pink zone to the south, is going to quickly change to sleet, back to snow, back to sleet, and then finally at the end, some freezing rain. So it's not going to be a very big accumulating snow event. With that being said, there is going to be a couple inches that could accumulate on that initial front end thump. And the timing tomorrow is, if we're looking, say, just right in this area, it would be in the morning down here, early afternoon, and then evening here, and then obviously later in the night for up here. But 1 to 4 inches, guys. 1 inch central and south of this pink zone. 4 inches more, say, northwestern Jersey out into Pennsylvania, and most of southern New England north of the shore. I think it's up to 4 inches. But that's it. I don't expect too much higher. There will be some localized higher amounts, but this is an ice event tomorrow. And given the surface temperatures, there are things to be concerned about. So let's dive in. Right now, it's very cold. Temperatures in the 30s and 20s to our north. Here's our storm system. It's a big upper level low out here in the Mississippi Valley. But actually, there's going to be a lot of the surface low pressure will be developing and coming off the coast, and this upper low will move back through Friday morning. Water vapor, you can see the same thing. Let's get into what's going on. So this is at 5,000 feet. And I want to show this because this is valid tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. So blue is cold enough generally for snow. As we get to, say, 2 o'clock, notice this warm air eroding away the colder air. So this is mixing of warm air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, which means snow that forms melts and then refreezes again at the surface. And this process should start, I think, pretty rapidly after the onset of the snow in North Jersey. So despite the fact it's going to be very cold at the surface, I'm talking in the high 20s to low 30s throughout the event tomorrow, the fact that it's warming the upper layers of the atmosphere is going to cut down the snow amounts. It's going to end up being a pretty big sleet event, in my opinion, for many areas. So that's a very important point. So when you take a look at what this particular model is showing, and I want to show because I think it illustrates it well, this right now is at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, okay? So this should probably be snow breaking out up here. So 3, 4 o'clock, I do expect it to be snowing, maybe some sleets mixing in. But by the time we get to 5 o'clock, I think, unless it precipitates extremely hard and drags down the cold air from the upper atmosphere, you're just going to hear the pattering sound of sleet outside your window. And it's not going to make the roads pleasant to drive on by any means for tomorrow's evening commute. But it's certainly not going to be a full-fledged snowstorm with 5 to 8 inches piling up. It's just not going to happen, guys. So this will then continue into tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. At this point, it's just lighter precipitation. So the one thing I'll say is the heavy precipitation comes in the first 6 hours. That's why if, say, we get a 0.6 of an inch of liquid, if half of that snow, you got 3 inches, right? So that's why I like the 1 to 4 inches. And again, up here in New England, I think a lot of this up here stays all snow. So again, bottom line, this is the going forecast, 1 to 4 inches. Okay, 4 inches higher elevations, more on the western side of the pink. There will be an update tomorrow morning, and the commuting conditions will be deteriorating by the middle of the afternoon.